Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Out of the Park Baseball 19. And this is, drumroll please, episode 19. That is the first time in this series I've actually, gone out on a limb. And I've said what episode I think it is, but this one I actually checked. So I know for sure this is episode 19. In episode 18, I said it was episode 17. So I was wrong, once again. But now I can officially say with full confidence that this is episode 19. I'm sure of that. And episode 19 is the 2022 season opening day. So we've been through spring training. We've made the necessary cuts to decide who has, made it and who hasn't onto our opening day roster. So let's take a look at those players. And then we will take a look at preseason predictions. We are here with our lineup versus right-handed pitchers. We are going to be going with Rutherford, our great star to lead off. He of 384 OBP, 27 home runs last year, 41 stolen bases, 7.3 wins above replacement. Playing, center field, he's pretty much the man. Ian Happ will bat second for us against righties. Very good player at getting on base as well. Then we have Moncada hitting third. One reason why we have Moncada hitting third is because he does expect to be in the middle of that lineup. And if not, he is upset, and we don't want to upset him. He's going to be with the White Sox for quite some time, and, with his hitting stats being what they are, he certainly deserves a spot somewhere in the middle. Then we have Willie Calhoun to bat cleanup. He just keeps hitting dingers, keeps driving in runs. 150 RBI last season. That's crazy. That is Looney Tunes, but he will be our cleanup hitter. And up next we have Eloy Jimenez, the guy who finally put it together last year and hit 39 home runs, drove in 115 runs. Really good hitter now. And Gavin Sheets batting sixth against the righties. Great rookie year for him last year, and we'll see if he can keep it up. Shea Langolier's batting seventh. This is the guy who I'm pretty sure is going to be an all-star this year. I just feel like, this is going to be a big year for him. Then we actually have Arenado batting eighth, which I'm sure is a funny sight, but given his struggles against right-handed pitching in particular last year, I think it's warranted, and we hope to see a big bounce back from him. And then Gavin Lux is your starting shortstop, at least against right-handed pitching. We traded for him over the offseason, and he and Ozzy Albies are just going to kind of split time, and as we kind of stall and make sure just that Blaze Alexander is ready for the big responsibility we're going to saddle him with, which is not just to come up and play shortstop for us, but also probably be our leadoff hitter. So Gavin Lux batting ninth. Against lefties, it's different. Obviously, Albies will hit ninth and play short instead. Calhoun and Happ in particular move down the order, as does Sheets. And then Arenado, Langoliers, and Jimenez move up in the order a lot to just kind of work that righty-lefty matchup. Arenado, for all his flaws last season, if you want to come look at his splits, 139 OPS plus against lefties in 2021. And you can compare that to 69 OPS plus against righties. So definitely his spot in the lineup gets shifted a lot. Moving on to our pitching staff right now, we're going to go with a rotation of Jorge Ruiz, our trusted ace. Edber Alzole will pitch second. James Paxton third. And then we have Dylan Tate and Nick Wells taking the 4 and 5 spots. Cody Deason had quite a good spring training. He'll probably be up in the majors very soon. So it's kind of up to, will Tate, falter? Will Wells falter here? One of these guys kind of emerge as a contender in the rotation, while the other loses the spot to Deason, or, maybe something happens with Funkhauser or Spencer Adams even. Maybe there's some sort of injury, and one of these guys would just get moved to the pen in that case. So a lot of things that could happen there, but Paxton, some might be surprised to see him not pitching, second, but his spring training was actually kind of rough, so I'm gonna, I moved him down to third. We still have a lot of faith in the Big Maple. So that is your opening day roster. Now let's get a look at those preseason predictions and then also check in on some of the top farm systems around the league. Here we are on the preseason prediction screen. As you can see, the White Sox are projected to go 98-64, which would be the best record in the American League, and would allow them to win the division pretty easily by 12 games over the Cleveland Indians. So hopefully those are correct. They've been sort of wildly incorrect about us before, but hopefully this time they're actually right. As far as your top hitters and pitchers in the league, Moncada is projected to have a very good season, as is Eloy Jimenez. So excited about those guys. Jose Altuve projected to be the best hitter in the land. As far as top pitchers, interestingly enough, Paxton is projected to be number 1, but it's kind of an odd one. They have his projected wins losses at 1-10. Don't know why. They have him projected to pitch 67 games, and they have Ruiz down there projected to pitch 70. I don't know why. Preseason prediction screen, I really like it, but some of these are silly. But I think the notion still stands that Paxton and Ruiz are projected to do quite well. One thing that caught my eye was Carson Fulmer. Carson Fulmer, how rude of you, Carson Fulmer, to skip town on us and then immediately figure out how to pitch. That's really something. So he's ended up in Kansas City now. He was traded from the Chicago Cubs, which is interesting. So yeah, he's in Kansas City now. And then our old friend Daniel DeManuel Norris, he is of course signed on with the Red Sox for 5 years, $61 million, and he's projected to be doing quite well too. So I mean, he pitched very well in his 2 years we had him in Chicago. I mean, he was a guy we traded for. I don't think we gave up very much for him. Interestingly enough, yes, we traded Craig Diddle. I don't know who that is. He's a nobody. And then Juan Montoya, who I bet is projected to be better. Yeah, but he's still he looks like he'd be a solid player. No doubt about that. But we got Gavin Sheets in that trade too, so definitely a win for us, at least so far. Okay, and then in the National League, projected to be the best team would be the Los Angeles Dodgers. Mets, Brewers also projected to win their divisions, but it looks like, a dogfight between the Mets and the Braves, really. Mets only projected to steal 21 bases. That's interesting. Top hitter is projected to be Bellinger. That's not surprising considering the season he had last year. Yeesh. And then top pitcher, Syndergaard, once again. So, will Syndergaard get 4 straight Cy Young Awards? I mean, who's done that? Maddox did that, I think Maddox did that. And it was either Randy Johnson or like Pedro or Clemens did that too. It's a pretty elite club. This is only maybe 2 or 3 pitchers that ever did something like that. So Syndergaard looking to maintain his level of dominance. Joey Votto also projected to still be doing well. He's just been nasty in this save. He's led the league in on-base percentage 6 years running now, so tells you everything you need to know about him. Let's check in on top farm systems as well. We can take a look at minor league system rankings here. Your number 1 prospect in all the land is Kevin Maines, who was the first overall pick in 2021, so that would be the previous year. I believe it. I mean, he's got great, nasty projections. He, pitched well last year. I mean, obviously only 31 innings, but, no one could score on him at all, and so I'd fuck with that. I think that's fair. Where are our White Sox on this list? I'm looking for them. 16th, which is about where we were last season. Blaze Alexander, 20th ranked. Sam Bagwell, 31st ranked. Cody Deason, 100th ranked. So 3 top 100 prospects. Yeah, so obviously that's based off of OSA. It needs to be taken with a, pretty big grain of salt. But yes, there we are. And I noticed that at least everyone has a top 100 prospect. Even the Brewers there, they have the 98th guy. So yeah, let us go ahead and check in on those delightful prospects of ours, because there have been some interesting developments there for sure. Our list is shorter. It usually is short to start the season because we haven't drafted yet, and we've purged a lot in the off season, usually from trading or shit like that. So I like to sort by level. So we're going to start Fierro, the International Amateur and Rookie Ball last year. He was terrible, but it was his age 17 season, so I'm not going to fault him too much. Would like to see him hit home run. He had 200 plate appearances and didn't hit a home run, and that's kind of his thing, as you can see. So start hitting home runs, please. Sean Carvajal, who I almost traded a lot of times, but he is sticking around as a middle infield prospect. He will start the season in A-ball. Then we have Pete Harden, who is a new addition to the list. He was a 17th round pick in 2019. And his stats are a little bit similar to, he's kind of like a Blaze Alexander who can't hit as well, but maybe who fields a bit better, or at least has the potential to. What caught my eye was what he did in Great Falls last year. I mean, that's insane numbers. 486 OBP. Obviously, this is only over a pretty small sample size, but nonetheless, that's going to get you into A-ball, and he has my attention now, so we'll see what he can do. Harlan Fion, who was our first-round pick last year, his projections are down, which is kind of a bummer, but even these numbers don't look too bad to me. So we're going to start him in A-ball. We're going to see what happens there. Who knows? James Bell, a catching prospect. We're going to start an A-plus ball. He finished an A-plus ball last season. I still really like him. I feel like he definitely has a future as a major league player, but he's taken his time in the minors, that's for sure. Was drafted some time ago, but he's still only 22. Jared Campbell, another infield prospect, obviously not looking to be a star by any means, but if I think they can be a major league quality player, for the most part, I'm gonna add him to the list and pay attention. So he finished an A+ last year, hitting really well. We'll start him in A+. He could be in AA pretty fast if he performs. Sydney Pimentel. Let's check in on Sydney. Starts season A+, finished an A+ last year. Not doing particularly well, but we'll see. Vancouver, I'm going to start in A+. He finished the season in AA, but that's because I skipped him straight from A to AA, and he really struggled. So I'll start him in A+, and I'll probably move him up to AA pretty fast as long as he can hold his own. He's, you look at him, and you're like, wow, he looks pretty solid. But the thing is, he's probably still only like the third most exciting outfielder in the system right now. Sam Bagwell, we're going to start in AA. He was our first-round pick in 2020. He's working his way through. The ratings and everything still looks solid. His pitch repertoire looks about ready to go. It's just going to be a question of, okay, can we stop walking so many people? Can we get the control up? But yeah, he'll start in AA, and he's got potentially a bright future for us. So I'm excited about that. Mason Denneberg, I've made the executive decision. I just see his future as a relief pitcher, as a relief ace, even, if you will. So I'm going to set him and have him pitch in relief in AA to start the year. And then who knows, he could be in the majors very soon. He could be up in the majors this year. He was our 4th overall pick in 2018. Had kind of a rough go at it, but he's going to make the majors, and whether that's in the bullpen or in the starting rotation, that's just semantics for me at this point. He is exciting, but the reason I like him as a reliever is because he's a bit wild, but he does have nasty stuff. Trent DeVoe, his projections have come up a little bit. One thing that I really like about DeVoe, and I'm going to probably try to train him to do, is play more positions. So you can see he's rated in center field, right field, shortstop really well. Might want to give him a shot at third base too, or second base. That positional versatility will help. I see DeVoe actually as kind of a weird Marwin Gonzalez type for us, just a guy who can play everywhere, and that's kind of where I think that's kind of how I can think he can help us the most. Obviously, our outfield situation is pretty crowded right now. We've got Happ, we've got Jimenez, we've got Rutherford for long term. We know that for sure. So I don't want to keep anyone down necessarily because of what's happening in the majors. If you deserve to be in the majors, you deserve it. So one way he can help himself out is just to become this super utility guy for us, and if he does that, he'll still be able to get a lot of playing time at various positions. So I'm going to set his game strategy to, I'll rotate it around so he can get rated in these positions. Joe Gray Jr., yeah, I mean, he's looking like something. And What's interesting is Rutherford. He's getting up to he's 27 years old, I think now. Rutherford, or 26, or he's older than he once was, and his outfield range is coming down a bit, and with that, his rating as a center fielder. So the way I see it, I think Rutherford probably moves to right field once Joe Gray Jr. gets up to the majors, which could be for the 2023 season. I think that's kind of what I'm projecting him at right now, unless he tears it up this year. So I really do see Joe Gray Jr. as sort of the center fielder of the future for this ball club. It's either him or DeVoe, but I like Joe Gray Jr. a bit more. He just seems to be the slightly better player. But Joe Gray Jr. is pretty exciting, and the fact that this is the guy, once again to reiterate, that we got in the Jose Abreu trade just makes it great, because it's just like, yes, if I'm gonna trade away, this very important White Sox player, give me someone good in return. Our AAA boys, Blaze Alexander, Cody Deason, we've talked about them. They're on the cusp, and then Outbohm. I could have had in the majors, but he was miserable in spring training, so gonna keep him in the minors, see what he can do, and then who knows? Gavin Sheets, like I said in the previous episode, is bad against left-handed pitching, and I feel like Bohm can hit the lefties pretty well, so I think Bohm does have a future in some capacity in this club, so definitely pay attention to him as well. But that is our list of prospects. So let us get the show on the road. We are going to be playing opening day against the defending champions, the St. Louis Cardinals. So I think that makes us sort of the opening day act. I feel like this would be on March 31st, the first game of the year, pitting the World Series champions against a good AL team in interleague play. So let's go ahead and get that on the road, and then that will be the end of the episode. Well, look, I don't know a lot about computers, but it's not supposed to look like that. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll just sim through the end of this game, and we'll play the second game of the season, and we'll just have a nice little make-believe sesh that it is actually opening day. That's what we've done half the time in this series anyways, because I inevitably screw something up. So let's go entire game. Hopefully it will still sim properly. What happened? They won 1-0 in extras. No, I read that terribly wrong. They won 8-7 in extras. Okay. 5-run fifth for them. Who hit dingers? Reed hit a dinger. DeJong hit a dinger, Guerra. And then for us, Willie and Gavin Lux. Well, there you go, Gavin Lux. So let's leave the game and try that again. Also, we have a pitching coach now, it looks like. Nope, maybe not quite. Wait, Eloy got suspended for 5 games? Eloy, how are we supposed to use you now, you piece of shit? Calm yourself. Alright, well, he got in a fight with Kimbrel. Oh, Jesus, Eloy. Okay, well then, let's, okay. Okay, excellent. We do have a pitching coach now, so we're going to go for game 2. See what happens there. Maciel is projected as the 5th hitter because he takes Jimenez's spot, so I'm going to actually move him in the lineup a bit. What were his splits like last year? I think I might just hit him leadoff, honestly. He's pretty good at getting on base. So, yes. Let's put Maciel in center. Let's put Rutherford in left. Let's move everyone down a bit. Yeah, okay. Why not? Why the hell not? Adbert Alzolay takes the mound against Carlos Martinez. And let's see if we can actually start this game for real this time. Okay, there we go. So welcome to quasi-opening day. Adbert Alzele on the mound to take on the second baseman Max Schrock, first batter of the game. And Rutherford lays out for the catch. Okay, I don't think Jimenez would have made that catch. Okay, runner on scoring position, Anthony Rizzo at the plate against Adbert. That's a strikeout. Excellent job. AJ Reed sends it to the corner now, so that's going to score a run with 2 outs, unfortunately, so St. Louis lead. Now it's Cornelius Randolph with 2 outs. Randolph is going to hit it to center field, but that will be caught by Maciel. So 1-0 game going into the bottom of the first. Hap with the single up the middle. So runners on the corners now for Yohan Moncada. Okay. Moncada is going to hit into a fielder's choice. So we do get that run. So 2 outs now for Calhoun. And he will pop up to end the inning. So 1-1 through 1 inning here. Okay, another tricky situation early. First and second, no outs. So hopefully we can minimize the damage here. And that's a great way to get it started if we can get this double play. Yes, we will. So runner on third, 2 outs for Munoz, the shortstop. And that will poke through the infield. So nice hit. 2-1 game. Ooh, Shea Langeliers now. That's deep to center. And that is a home run to straightaway center field. So Langeliers, his first home run of the year. 2-2 game. Ooh, Arenado now. Can they go back-to-back? That one's deep as well. Yes, they will go back-to-back. We need to see that from Arenado this year. So they go back-to-back. 3-2 game now. ACL now. He sent it to the right field corner. So that's a double for him with 2 outs. Blake Rutherford. Ooh, get down ball. Yes, that's going to be another run. So a little 2-out rally put together. And now Ian Happ goes. He hits it pretty far. But that will stay in the park. So that does it for the inning, 4-2. Going into the top of the third. Okay, so with 2 outs on the bottom of the fifth, they have decided to bring in Jordan Hicks to spell Carlos Martinez, so his day's done. Gavin Sheets to face, and that is going to be a pop-out. So that ends the 5th inning, still 4-2. Okay, top of the 7th now. We're still going to stick with Adbert, as he's only thrown 85 pitches, facing off against Moustakas. Okay, so Adbert gets out of the 7th there. He had some early jitters, but has pitched a great game since. Okay, Arenado pops out to end the bottom of the 8th, so just 3 more outs away from a quasi-opening day win. I'm going to leave Goodwin on the mound, at least to face off against Rizzo. And Rizzo hits it high and deep, and he's going to make us pay for that. So 1-run ball game just like that. And I didn't like that at all. I'm going to bring in Brian Clark now to hopefully get us out of this trouble. Against AJ Reed. It's going to be a walk. Ooh, 4-ball walk too. Now it's Tommy Pham, who is pinch hitting. And I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in Peralta. And Freddie Peralta, please spare me the embarrassment. Get us out of here without allowing a run. Oh, that is a walk too. Okay, this is a bad spot. Mike Moustakas infield pop-up. That's perfect for us. That doesn't advance any runners. Now it's Andrew Knizner, the catcher. That is going to hopefully be a game-ending double play. Yes, thank you. Okay, so that is your ball game. White Sox win 6-1. Here is your box score real quick. And yes, so we do kind of get the win on opening day. And thank you guys for watching the episode. And I will see you guys in episode 20. All right, peace.